Hey guys, what's up? It's munclesonkey. And so, it is finally time for the next episode in the Road to All Drygores for Kalphite King series. Now, I must say, this episode has by far the most progress. Not only did we do by far the most Kalphite King kills in this episode, but we also got the most Drygores in this episode, so there will be some drops. Don't worry about that. But all I gotta say is, I'm not sure if we're getting lucky or not, because I've been told the drop rate at Kalphite King is 1 in 35, and I can tell you, this episode we did about 100 kills and got 3 drops, so yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Either way, there was a dry streak. There was about 60 kills where we didn't get anything, but luckily it wasn't one of those horrible, terrible dry streaks that I've heard of some people going like 200 kills dry. I was really dreading that happening, but it didn't happen, thankfully. So anyway, last night I did do an entire Slayer task at the Kalphite King. I was about 400 Slayer XP, 400k Slayer XP on my counter before I went there, and when I left I was almost 1 million Slayer XP because every single Kalphite King kill you get gives you about 15k Slayer, so that really helped a lot, and I'm really happy about that, and hopefully I'll get another Slayer task of Kalphite soon and be able to get some more epic XP. But anyway, without further ado, let's head into some of the clips, and I'll show you guys the drops that I got. We start off with just some really weird drops. The first one was I got silver ore, a loop half, and a tooth half, and I thought that was a little bit odd, one of the more troll drops that you can get. I wanted to record a few just regular drops just to have some extra backing footage, and so you guys can kind of see how we did things. One thing I did want to say is the team I went with last night was by far the most enjoyable team I've ever gone with. The reason for this is because we didn't fail a single kill. I believe we did between 40 and 50 Kalphite Kings together as a trio, somewhere in that range. I think it was about 45-ish Kalphite Kings. We never failed a single kill, which I was really happy about. That's the first time I'd ever done that many Kalphite Kings without failing a kill. We weren't getting the fastest kills. Not all of our kills were within an overload dose, so it's not like we were being super pro or anything, but we just didn't fail any at all, and I was really happy about that. And in all honesty, I'm not too mad if it takes a little bit longer to kill a Kalphite King kill, but you don't die at all. I'd much prefer that. So anyway, we're almost coming up on some Drygore clips here. I did get every single drop except for one, admittedly. I was trying my hardest because, of course, I was on task and I really wanted that Slayer XP, so that's the main reason why I was doing that. And also, it's better if I get the drop just because it's more interesting to show on the video of actually me getting the drop and physically selling the Drygore than just it showing the Drygore appear in the chat log, I think. But anyway, that's the last of the regular drops. I also got a ton of charms from Kalphite King because he drops, 20 crimsons and 20 blues at once. So this was the first Drygore. This was actually a few days ago. I did a couple Kalphite King trips, and I eventually got a Drygore. I didn't want to make an episode that day because I had already had videos ready to go, so I just saved this clip for this episode. And then, yes, we got the Drygore longsword again last night. So that was pretty nice. I guess it is a duplicate, true. I would rather have had like a main hand mace instead of a main hand longsword, so it would count towards the series. But if you're going to have a duplicate, you might as well have the best one. And then we got another drop in the exact same trip. So this was our 4th trip together. So the first 3 trips we didn't get anything, so it wasn't like super lucky or anything, but eventually, yeah, on the 4th trip we got 2 Drygores, and they were only like 5 kills apart too, which was pretty crazy. But here's just a clip of me selling them and splitting them, so it was pretty nice. I believe it was about 45.5 mil split to everyone, so that wasn't bad at all. The offhand rapier was 50 mil, and the main hand longsword was 86 mil, which is kind of crazy, the fact that it's only 86 mil, because the main hand longsword just a few days ago was nearly 100 mil, so it's crashed really hard. I'm not sure why that is, but I'm not too upset. I mean, it's the difference between a few mil. It's not that big of a deal to me. I'm mostly doing this series just for fun anyway. So anyway, yeah, there's me splitting the Drygores. So we'll go into the Drygore log now, and I'll show you guys kind of my log of all the Drygores that I have achieved in total and what we still need to go. There's only one to go now, so hopefully we'll get that soon, and it won't be a long wait. And we are back with the Drygore log, so I just wanted to show this really quickly every single episode just to keep track of the progress. So we have had 1 main hand longsword, 2 main hand longswords, 1 main hand rapier, 1 offhand rapier, 1 offhand mace and 2 offhand longswords. So we still need the main hand mace, and this is kind of the problem that I figured we'd run into, is there being one drop that just takes a long time to get when you have everything else. So I'm really hoping that it does not take very long to get the main hand mace, but we'll see. It very well might take a couple hundred kills, you just don't know. But anyway, I'll begin working on that quickly. I'll do some more Kalphite King trips, and hopefully we'll get the main hand mace as the next Drygore, even though I don't think the chances of that are very high. And I am back with the moment that, of course, you have all been waiting for, the part of the video where I revealed the drops tab. So it has grown quite significantly. Of course, in 100 Kalphite King kills, you would now expect that. So we are now up to 180 Kalphite King kills. I believe we're up to about 80 total in the last episode. If that isn't 100% accurate, I apologize, but that's just what I remembered off the top of my head. So as you can see, I've gained a ton of charms, which I'm pretty happy about. Nearly 500 blues and nearly 500 crimsons. And one thing you got to remember is I haven't even gotten most of the Kalphite King kills. I'd say at least half, possibly more than half, of the Kalphite King kills themselves have gone to other people. So if you were getting like all the Kalphite King kills, if you're going with people that couldn't do as much DPS as you, you'd have like twice this amount of charms, which is really good. I'm happy about that. I love getting charms. But anyway, we'll start adding all the regular drops up first. I know of the feature where you can just deposit it all, but this is more dramatic. So the regular drops do add up. Of course, Kalphite King doesn't have amazing regular drops. It's not like Nex or anything where you can make several mills and mills just off of the non-rare drops. But one thing I did get yesterday that was kind of interesting was we got a 200 noted battle staff drop, and that was a bit weird, but yeah, that's what we got from Kalphite King. So yeah, we split that, of course, too. So 12.2 mil with the regular drops, and added up the Drygore splits, it's 174 mil. So that's pretty good. We're almost to 200 mil. Since I am doing more Kalphite King today, if we get another Drygore split, we should pass a 200 mil tab for all of the Kalphite King drops. So that's something to look forward to, I guess. But anyway, I was, I guess, a little bit disappointed in all the regular drops. I thought they would be worth more, but oh well. Anyway, that's about all for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned to the next episode, which hopefully, no promises, but hopefully will include me getting a main hand mace and finishing the series. So let's cross our fingers for that one. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Join my friends chat and game at munclesonkey, and farewell.